I have been telling you all about Nico Jackson. Give him time, give him the patience. He's an absolutely brilliant footballer. But there are some attributes which, with time, patience, and more season, will improve. I've always said he's not a proper number 9, but he's a brilliant footballer who can play fantastic with another top striker. I've been telling you on this channel for a very long time. So it was a big win. Nico Jackson, fantastic. Cole Palmer, world class. He has to be talked about more as one of the league's best player. And then you go on to Malo Gusto, who was again fantastic. So we have to talk about 5 things learned from a big victory against Newcastle people. Because I'm telling you, if we did not win this game, it could have been toxic, and we still keep our hopes alive of qualifying for Europa League. We are the league because we still are 8 points behind Manchester United, and we have a game in hand, and we play them in the season in the midpoint around April, and I really believe that if we play well, we can beat them. So a lot to discuss, so do hit the like and subscribe and stay till the end and listen to every point and let me know your opinion, because your people's opinion really means a lot to me. Now, first of all, as I begin this video, Nico Jackson was a point I was talking about, and I've always said on this channel, he's a brilliant player. He's a very good dribbler of the ball. He carries the ball well. He has got good tricks, and he's a very good footballer. For the strikers we see in the Premier League, many strikers are not really good footballers. I think in terms of the footballer, this is one of the best strikers we've had in a very long time. See, Costa is the best one, and Drogba, there's no comparison to those guys. But after that, we have had Morata, Higuain, Giroud. Now, Giroud was a brilliant footballer, but Giroud came at a bit of age and he was not really quick and pacey. Jackson, for me, is one of the better strikers we've had since you can say Diego Costa is a really good footballer. He dribbles well, he holds the ball well. You see the match against Newcastle, he held the ball so well. He scored a very good goal, which flicks he has been doing for a very long time in the season. Yes, he's not in the penalty box, but he's a very good flicker of the ball. Then you go on to the other parts of the play, like he had such a good hold-up play where he gave the ball to Sterling, and when Sterling fluffed his chance, he should have been an assist. The goal that Mudryk scored, Jackson was the one that carried the ball and gave it to Mudryk, and Mudryk scored the goal. He carries the ball so well. You go to the Brighton game, which we won 3-2. You go to the Manchester City game. You go to so many games this season. Jackson is such a good footballer. But I just don't believe that this guy is a 20-goal scorer, or you can say a player like Osimhen. He's not a killer in the box, but he's a really good player with the ball. And if we can sign a killer and take the pressure off him on scoring goals, I think this man is going to be a very, very good player for us, because he's a brilliant footballer. And remember, I said to you in the preseason, don't put unnecessary pressure on him. He's not a 20-goal season player. He can play a shadow striker, winger. He's a more type of 15-goal and 15-assist type of player. And I think in the future, we've got a very good player. We just need to be calm and patient with him. And that brings me to another guy we need to give time and patience, and that is Malo Mudryk. And see, I've always backed him. I've always said he has talent, and I've always blamed the board and the ownership in terms of that there's too much pressure on this guy. The media is always after him, and he's not allowed to develop because the pressure on him, because the price tag, which is not his mistake. He's a good footballer. He has got the pace, he has got the dribbling, but just he needs a bit of time to develop. And in 1 or 2 seasons, this guy is going to be absolute beast. But what happens is that when there's so much pressure from the media, a player can lose his confidence. When the team is not doing well, the whole pressure can be upon him. And the biggest problem right now, Chelsea, sadly, is the problem is that he should be learning under a senior player who should be performing and taking all the pressure, learning under his wing, and then slowly and slowly growing and becoming a top player. The problem is right now that Raheem Sterling is not playing at his best. And see, I think Raheem Sterling tried his best. I think right now he's trying his best, but right now, just in the final box, Raheem Sterling is just not good enough. And right now, the way Raheem Sterling is playing, I think we better than should just play Mudryk. Like, just unleash Mudryk right now on the pitch. There's no point now putting him on the bench. He has had enough time now. Mudryk came on, scored a fantastic goal. I think that goal is going to do him a world of good. And I think that was a very good goal of a player that's slowly growing in confidence. And the biggest part is he should be learning under a senior player like Sterling. But right now, Sterling is not just putting the ball in the box, and that is the thing we criticize Mudryk for. We criticize Mudryk for not scoring a lot of goals. Sterling is even right now worse at it. So right now, I think if Sterling is playing like that, he's not finishing his chances, then why not just play Mudryk? There's nothing much to play in the league. The fans have already given up the season and not really happy. So why not just give the boy the time and develop him for the next season? And that is not me criticizing Sterling. I respect him as a professional. He's been a very good player. I still believe he's a system player who can do very well in a very well-oiled team. But right now, for us, he's not doing well in the final box. And see, we are not Manchester City, who can give you 10 chances a game and you can finish one of them. You're only going to have 2-3 chances. You need to finish them. And Malo Mudryk, I believe in him. It's just about giving him time and the patience. That brings me to Malo Gusto, and he has to be talked about more. I think, see, when Reece comes back fully fit, Reece is one of the best right back in the world. So Reece will come back in the side. But I will love to see us play a back three, Malo Gusto as a wing back, and James at the back, because this man deserves to play. He's a very good player. The problem is that Chelsea right now are 10th in the league or 11th in the league, and because of that, nobody really talks about Malo Gusto and Cole Palmer. But these two guys are one of the best players in the league right now for me, the way they are playing. And these two guys should not be playing for a team that is 11th in the league. Both have an absolute class. Malo Gusto, fantastic defensively, good attackingly. Yes, he has still a lot to learn. He's a young player. He still has a lot to improve upon. But the attributes he's showing right now, he's so good with the ball. Defensively, he's good. He shows leadership. He runs down the flanks every time and he comes back and covers the space. He's a really good find we have done. And see, on this channel, I criticize Lawrence Stewart, Paul Stanley, the ownership for signing so many young players. But I have to also praise them for getting the signing of Malo Gusto spot on, Cole Palmer spot on, because these two players are some of the gems we have found and a top class player. And Malo Gusto in the future with more refinement in his defending, because he still has a bit of mistakes, which is still a very young player. I think he's going to be a class right back, one of the best in the league in 2-3 years time. He's a really good player, and right now for me he should be praised more. He's defensively good, attackingly good, and I think he was again really good against Newcastle. Attackingly, we are a very different side without him, and right now with the way Chilwell, Cucurella, everyone plays, everything for us comes through right side, and Malo Gusto, world class. That brings me to Cole Palmer. What a player, what a signing, what a top player, what a beautiful player to watch. And see, when he was signed, nobody of us thought, but right now for me, he has turned out to not just be a great signing, one of the best signings we have made in the last 7-8 years. You can say after the transfer window of Costa, Fabregas and Kante, he has to be one of the best signings we have made, or one of the best signings, because this man is just absolutely sensational. And the biggest thing is, he's so young right now. He will only get better and better and better. And as a club, if we don't improve, someone else will take him in the future, because this man is absolutely top class, a world class talent, a world class player. But I will still not put the pressure of world class on him. I still want to see 1 or 2 more seasons from him. He's such a young player, but I will say a world class talent. He's good on the feet. He's got the leadership quality. He has got the passing quality. He has got the calmness. He has got the leadership. And if he can play more and more, he can improve more and more, he's just going to reach a top class level. When you see the right wingers in the league, Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka, he is in that category. I'll still put Saka and Foden above him because they're more experienced. They've done it for more years, but Palmer is very near to them. And if he continues his performances, and remember, he's playing for a poor Chelsea side where he's carrying the load of all the side. Sterling isn't playing well. Jackson is a young striker who's a brilliant footballer, but not a clinical finisher. He doesn't have a player like Martinelli playing along with him. He doesn't have an Odegaard right now along with him. He's carrying this Chelsea team on his back, scoring goals and assisting. Such a damn top class footballer. He's not Foden, like right now I will say Foden is still more refined player, but Foden plays with Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Grealish, and this man is playing so well. And if Chelsea keep improve next season and he keeps on improving himself as a player, as a leader, I think we have got a top player on our hands, and he's going to be a top player for England and one of the top players in the league. But he deserves a praise, because for me this season, because he's playing for a Chelsea that's 11th in the league, he won't be talked about, but he's been one of the best players in the league so far this season, and he's been just sensational. Not just goal and assist, the way he's performed has been best for us. So that is my, I will say, 5 things learned or my opinion on the game. Do like, do subscribe, and let me know your opinion. Thank you. Wishing you the best. Thank you.